It's Camdork.
Hello everyone, this is Camdork, and welcome to episode number 42 of Season 2 of my Buildcraft, a series where we play Minecraft with the mods Buildcraft, Thermal Expansion, and Forestry installed. And you know what? You'd be surprised, but I still get people asking me what mods I have installed, even though that has been my opening for the better part of, actually, I think last season as well as all of this season. It's how I always open up my episodes. So yeah, that's the three mods I have installed, as well as NEI, but that's not really for playing, it's more for just recipeing. Anyway, so in today's episode, we are going to be working on the Minecart system. I actually want to finish that up, and you know, for real, we are missing one aspect of it, which we will put together today. In addition to that, though, I do want to mention one word before we do that, and give a word about power in the world. So we recently updated, and if you recall, we are using Thermal Expansion's energy-making dynamos and energy conduits, and the reason why we're using that is because Thermal Expansion and machines, they only run on redstone flux, and Buildcraft puts out Minecraft jewels, and you can't turn Minecraft jewels into redstone flux, but you can do the other way around. So that means that I have to generate redstone flux. I can't generate Minecraft jewels. Got it? Got it. Okay. And this is where the energy system would be. Here's the dynamos, and that's it. They generate stuff. But there's something special to note, and that is that I didn't notice it last episode, but do you notice how these Buildcraft pipes are not connecting to these stills? And I was kind of wondering what was going on there. Well, I figured it out, and they're not connecting to these machines as well. These are forestry machines, and they're not connecting to Buildcraft anymore. And the reason why is because Buildcraft runs on Minecraft jewels, and Forestry has made the switch over to Redstone Flux, and it doesn't say anywhere here, but yes, believe it or not, Forestry is running on Redstone Flux as well. So Buildcraft is the odd one out. This would kind of kill things, except for the fact that I know for a fact that in version 6.1, I think 6.1, maybe a few little tidbits in, Buildcraft will also run on Redstone Flux. So, for the time being, we are going to be in something of a power limbo. I have this little makeshift setup, actually set up here. I'm just using Stirling engines for now to run my assembly table, because I needed some iron gates and whatnot. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm doing that, and we are going to go ahead and do some stuff with the Minecart system. I'll meet you there in the station. I'll be right back. Here we are in the main base Minecart station. So there are two other Minecart stations just like this in my world, one by the Pyramid Base and one by Camdork Gardens. And I can go from this one to either one of those two, and likewise at the other two bases I can go anywhere I want. It's real easy, you just push the button. It sets up automatically the junction here for where you need to go, and dispenser dispenses a minecart down there, you get in, you push the button, you go. Real easy, and then you arrive, you come into the minecart station, and just like the other two bases are set up like this, there's a hopper with a minecart track on top of it, and the minecart hits the cactus destroys or takes you out of the minecart without destroying the minecart, because the minecart is sucked up into the hopper, and there you go. So what we have here is a great transportation system, but we don't have a way of returning the minecart where it came from. Now, if we just set up a system where every cart that comes into here just gets transferred from this hopper right back into that dispenser, we have a problem, because we're going to have, say, for example, I'll just give you an example. If we go to the Pyramid Base, and then we walk back, and then we keep doing that again and again, eventually all of the minecarts here will have been essentially transferred to the Pyramid Base. So that's a problem. Now, we have to solve it through a way of returning minecarts back to the station where they came from. The way we can do that is we could run pipes all the way, but we're going to be using tessaracts, and we're going to be putting in a system for doing just that. So, with that, what I think we need and what I want is a central storage area. Now, this storage area needs to be updated. It needs to be in a chunk that's going to be updated no matter where we go in our journey through the minecart system. and what that will be in the main base area. So this will always be a place where I go by or to or through, because if I need to travel, I always have to go through this junction. So that means I'm going to probably dig into this wall here and build out an area. Right now I'm just going to build out an area where I can have a sort of central minecart storage, and so that's what we're going to do. So I'll be right back after I dig this out and get things situated. So see you in a bit. Hey, look, I dug a hole. So the purpose of this hole is going to be to store minecarts. And so we're going to put a chest here. This will be the minecart chest. And yeah, believe it or not, we're going to need tessaracts up the wazoo for this. So it's resource intensive, but we got them, so we might as well use them. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to run from this hopper. We're going to run it directly to this chest. So this chest is, let's see, 1, 2 blocks over. Alright, so for the hopper we're going to need to go 1 over, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just, let me just go down here and over until I get to something juicy. Ah, there we go. Okay. That's where we got it. Hey, look, it's iron. I might as well grab that. I will. Dig straight down. Never do that in Minecraft. Never do it. Anyway, so this little detour, we're gonna run. Oh, we're gonna run some pipes from. Where is it? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay, from this hopper right there. Okay. So we're gonna run a pipe right here, and we're gonna actually set a gate on it, an alt-archic gate that basically says if there are items in this inventory. Energy pulse. So if there's anything that goes into this hopper, pump it out, and it's just going to get pumped to go straight out back into this chest. Yeah. Okay. So that's nice and easy. Do 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 do. Come on into the chest. Do 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 do. We're gonna put that there. Oh, I think I know what that sound is. I think we're actually going to find a cactus come into here. I think I just heard the cactus be destroyed. Yep, did indeed. Alright, good thing is I think I can just throw it right back in here. There we go. Okay, good. Alright, so I'll put this right there and put this back. And there we are. So now when we have something fall into here, such as that, it should get pumped and appear in short order. There it goes. Okay. And so it's in here. Great. Yay, that's so unusual. In case you're wondering why that did that, it's because of this resupply, Digger's Resupply pack, which has a whole bunch of stuff that, yeah. That's from forestry. Anyway, so that's step 1. That's the easy way. That's the easiest thing. It's just running an item into there. Now the other things we're going to be doing is actually going to be related to tessaracts. Now the nice thing about tessaracts is they will automatically deposit things into an inventory right next to them, so I'm just going to plop one down right here. And we already have a junction 1. We'll have another frequency 5, and we'll call this frequency, we'll call this central minecart storage. Let's just say minecart storage. Alright, perfect. We'll save it and we'll set it. So yeah, there it is. And then we'll set this to, we'll set it to item mode receive only. And nothing to do with energy or fluids, so item mode is receive only. Set frequency. Okay, good. So great. Okay, so that's running. So if we have anything send an item to minecart storage, it should appear right into this inventory automatically. So that's cool. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the other minecart stations and basically have all carts come here. And then what will happen is that this will dispense carts to various other tessaracts that will be sent to go to the other stations. So I'll actually set that up right now, sort of. And what I mean by sort of, well, you'll see in a second. Alright, so let's set up these tessaracts in a fun manner. We actually only need 2. So in the first way, we're actually going to have, in one instance, we're going to have minecarts go up to go back here. So whenever we leave this minecart station, I'm going to basically have it send a signal so that it sends a cart back. Yeah. And then I'll probably, the best way to do that is to tie it up with this button right here. Now for the other minecart stations, it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to see how we're going to do that in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to put tessaracts here and here. And for some reason this is set already. That's weird. We're going to set this to, oh, you know what? This is actually probably one that I picked up from before. We're going to set this one to garden resupply. Actually, yeah. Garden MC dispenser. Okay, cool. And the frequency is going to set to has to be something different, something new. 2? Okay, 1, 2, and 5. Okay, good. So, set frequency to 2. Alright, and this is going to be send only. Oh, good, it's already set up. Yeah, this was already set up from something else. Okay, this is going to be 3. It's going to be pyramid MC dispenser. We're going to save that frequency, and we're going to set it. Okay, it's going to be set to send only. Alright, so it's only going to send items. And basically we're going to set up, these will be a little different in a minute. You know what, do we have, no, we'll use stone for now. Yeah. And we're just going to set it up like this. Don't you worry, we're going to be putting in sorting later. What I think I'm going to do is actually use the emzuli and diazuli pipes to sort. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to grab a few items, and then right here is where I'm going to send up to the dispenser over here. Okay, I'm going to grab a few items, and I will be right back. So see you in just a minute. Hey guys, we are going to set up the system now to send the minecarts to their respective locations. So we want to have this system send minecarts individually when it gets a specific signal. It's going to send a single minecart to either this line, which runs up to our main base dispenser, this tessaract, which is actually now set to go to the pyramid minecart dispenser, and this one, which is set to go to the garden minecart dispenser. And they receive different signals based on the origin of the cart that goes through the minecart system. So in the case of leaving from this base, it's pretty easy. We just send a signal from behind this panel over there, probably, which basically sends a redstone signal over here saying, hey, a minecart was asked for, so send another one back to replenish the one that was lost. Doing it in a similar way to the other stations, we could use a tessaract signaling, but we're going to be using a different way of signaling the need or where the minecart came from. We're going to be using something a little different, and the reason being is because I want to conserve the amount of tesseracts. We could use tesseracts for doing it, sure, but we're going to be doing something a little different. But before we get into that, let's actually look at the system for sending them. So we're going to be using an emzuli transport pipe here. The emzuli transport pipe basically looks like this. We've dealt with them a few times before. I introduced them when I updated last time, not the last episode, but previously when I updated. I kind of talked about them a little bit, thought they weren't that useful, but they actually are kind of useful. We are currently using them in the moistener setup, and we were going to use them in the automated alchemy setup, but it wasn't working out. And I'll go into why it seems to be okay in this case. But first, let's just set it up. So here's the emzuli pipe. You need to operate it with an autarchic gate, which is what we have here, but before that, you need to set up your presets. So you have 4 different presets available, and each one has set up a symbol here, and we're going to be, if you put an item in here, it's going to indicate what is going to be sent out of this chest. So we're just going to use red, blue, and green, and we're going to be doing things like this, which indicate whether you want to paint the items or not. So we're going to be painting the red items red because that just makes it nice and easy for us. So it's going to be red items red, blue items blue, come on blue, and green items are going to be green. Okay, so that's easy. And then we set up these diazuli transport pipes, which basically sort according to that color. So we use the wrench to dictate what side, and then shift-click to dictate the color. So we're going to shift-click, that's red, that's blue, and that's green. And that works out pretty well, actually, just consistency-wise. Gardens is going to be green. Pyramid's blue, and red is going to go to this base. And then we're going to be setting up the alt-archic gate. In this case, we need an OR because we need to have multiple conditions set here. So we're going to have, I need to put a red pipe wire, a blue pipe wire, and a green pipe wire here, just so that we have the options available. So we're going to have, oops, let's see, red signal, we'll do blue, blue on, and finally green. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, so in the case of the red pipe signal, we're going to say set the red extraction preset. And the blue pipe signal, we're going to say set the blue extraction preset. Green, we're going to say set the green extraction preset, which basically means that it sets it up so that you do this, this, or this set of conditions. And then, likewise, the reason why we have 2 is because we also have to tell it to actually do something, which is going to be, in this case, a single energy pulse. So this should send out a single item. And that's it. Okay, so that's all set. We're going to actually test this out in a second, and the way we can do that is actually with a third condition. We're going to be, say, red extraction preset and single energy pulse. And this is just for our test case, so that when I put a torch down here, it should send a single minecart, paint it red, which should route it to go right into our dispenser, which is up here. So our dispenser up there contains how many items? Let's see how many minecarts are in it now. Right now it contains 3. So if this works out right, it should contain 4. And we actually don't even need to look at that because the pipe runs there, but still. So I'm going to plop down this torch, and it should work to send a single minecart, so I'm going to stick it there. A single one is now left out of this chest, and it gets routed up there. It's pretty cool looking. And we should be able to see it enter into here. We should now see 4. And now there's 4. Great. Great. I love it. I want there to be a full line. Anyway, so that works. Okay, so we're gonna be I'm gonna be running a signal now to for the red line. I'm actually gonna get rid of these presets. I don't need these. Oop, I think it actually did something. No, we're okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and run a line to actually set that up, the signaling for this main base. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay guys, I'm back, and I set up the redstone line. So there's a redstone line you can see down there. It runs into an iron gate, and that sends out a red wire signal that should cause this to run. And that is connected over in the back over here. So there's a little torch here which turns off, which turns that line down there on. Yep, okay. So that's basically every time I push any button here, it should send a cart from there to the dispenser up here. So let's go ahead and test it out. Actually, we can test it out with any of these buttons, including the blank one. So let's do that. This should send a cart, and this also should send a cart. So this works. Hey, there it is. A single cart has been sent, and there you go. All right, so that works. Let's go to the creative world and mess with that. Okay, so we're going to mess with the one-way track signaling system. See you in just a second. Hey guys, we are in a creative world now, and really quick, I want to go over, for those of you who might be wondering, why is this emzuli diazuli pipe setup going to work in this case, where we need to pull out a single item, but it did not work back when we were setting up our automated alchemy system. And to which I'm referring to episode 32, where we were setting up that system. We needed to pull out specifically individual items, and we couldn't because emzuli pipes didn't work that way. So here I have a similar system. I have a chest full of wool and minecarts. The emzuli pipes are set to pull out wool and paint them either red or blue based on the inputs here. And the gate here is set to single energy pulse them out. So that means send out a single item. So if I put the red signal on and the blue signal on, I pull out red and blue wool, or wool, white wool, then color it red or blue. The problem, however, is that we don't get a single item, we get double items. And this is always going to be a case when you use an OR gate. If you can use an AND gate, this works fine, but you can only have one set of conditions, so it basically functions as an emerald pipe only. Okay. So the interesting thing that happens, though, is that when we use something like a minecart, which is an item that you can't stack on top of one another, so we have minecarts in here, but everything else is the same. Pull out a single minecart is what we want. We'll do the same extraction presets. So we pull out red and blue, or we pull out a minecart, paint it red or blue, and now you'll notice that we actually pull out a single minecart. We don't pull out two. And I think the reasoning lies in that the way this functions is basically it's quicker to pull out multiple items rather than switch to a new stack. And so just the timing issue that these pipes have and the Arctic gates have, it works out so that you can pull out single individual items that stack individually. And I've tried this on a few cases, and it does work. If you have a single stack of an item like this, it doesn't work because it treats them as if they're stackable. But if you have items that are not stackable, it does work. Okay, that's all. Hey guys, we are in a creative world now where, guess what? It's time for another Redstone Lesson of the Day! Yes, yes indeed. It's been a while since we've had one of those redstone lessons. So today's redstone lesson is going to be talking about this, which I will eventually call it a lopsided AND gate. I guess we can call it that. But in its current form, as you see it right here, this is just a normal run-of-the-mill AND gate. If you're not sure about what an AND gate is, well, it has two inputs. It's a circuit that has two inputs. Here's the circuit itself, and one output. The output is on, and that'll be evidenced by this torch shutting off, when both inputs are on at the same time. And so each of these inputs has a distinct time to it where it's on. We can kind of increase that delay by actually putting in a specific delay, but then if I go red, blue, if I do it quick enough, there we go. You should see the middle torch go off. If I go blue and then red really quick, the middle torch also goes off. So as long as these two signals reach the AND gate at the same time, the output is on, and in this case, the output torch turns off. Okay, so great, great, great. Now, how does this apply to our idea for a one-way track signaling system? Well, in its current setup, we're actually just going to build a little test setup right here. So we'll do this. Here we go. Okay, there's one side of it, and then 1, 2, 3, and another side of it. 1, 2, 3. A button, and then let's build the track. So track here, track here, track here, and detector rail here and here. So the way this is set up, this should result, if I do this, let's look at that middle torch. Middle torch goes off. Cool. Okay, if I do it this way, however, middle torch goes off. So it's no different right now in operation. It is no different from just a single detector rail, because it'll just show you whenever a cart is going over this length of track right here. Doesn't matter which way it goes. But if we make this a little lopsided by adding a delay to one of these sides, we're just going to try 2 repeaters, we'll see what happens. So when I go this way, now you notice that middle torch did not turn off. But if we go this way, this is red to blue, we got this torch to turn off. So red to blue, it turns off. It works to put an output signal. Blue to red, however, we don't have anything. So using this principle, we can actually detect when a cart is now going in one direction versus another. So we can use that to our advantage. And likewise, you can actually set this up on the alternate side and basically have it detect if it's going this way or that way at all. Pretty cool. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit because I have a little system set up here that is modeled after my normal system in terms of its cart timings and whatnot. And I'm going to get the timings down, but then we'll be going back to the world and we'll be setting this up in 2 different locations in order to detect where our minecarts are coming from. All right, see you in just a second. Well now, let's get to it. So let's go ahead and build it. I got the timing down, and actually it only takes one redstone repeater with my current setup. So basically I am boosting each cart every 5 blocks, and that's the idea. And I think this should be enough. So the idea here is, here's one of the circuits. It's going to be these 2 detector rails. So I want it so that if the cart passes over this one first and then that one, it means it came from the garden station, so I want to put out a signal, but I don't want to put out a signal if the cart goes from that one to that one. So we're going to go ahead and try it. So I'm going to set up, this is underneath here, the little area. So we're going to put the actual AND gate underneath here. So I'll just basically, yeah, right here. Okay, there's the 3. A little redstone in the middle, that's the output line, and these are the 2 input torches. If one of them is off, but the other one is still there, this torch is off. If both of them are effectively off, this one's on. So that's the idea. Whoop. There we go. Okay, so we can just run these lines right like that. Perfect, no problem. These are each underneath those detector rails. So all it takes is a delay on the leading edge, or the leading one, by, I believe, one repeater should do it. And that's it. That's it, we're done. That's it. All I need to do is hook up this line now to go to the system over there, and we'll go ahead and see what happens. Okay, I'll be right back after I set up all that, and we'll see if it actually works. Alright guys, we're ready for our first test. I set up the system, and basically what I did was set this little tesseract here as a little tester. It's set to the Garden MC dispenser, which is what we will be sending things to. And it should appear in this chest, so we should appear to have, so there's one line of minecarts here. We should see one less minecart if this is a success, and it should be appearing in this chest. Okay, so we're going to go ahead on the tracks here and give it a little test run. So, it should not send a minecart if I go this way, but it should send a minecart if I go from this direction. So I'm going to go over here, make sure I get enough speed up so that it's pretty much indicative of what happens. And here we go. Okay, so I'll be traveling here. This is pretty much normally what I'd be doing. I'm going over the track switch. Alright, let's just step out and sacrifice the minecart and see what happens. So, what state are we in? Okay, I don't see any minecarts in the tubes. Oh, but it did send out a minecart. That's pretty cool. And it's in here. Sweet! So it actually worked. Wow, that's amazing. Let's throw that one back. Now let's do the other test, which is to say that let's go to the garden station and see whether it actually worked. So, yeah, let's basically go to the garden station and make sure that when we do that, it works. So I'll actually set this to do that. I'm gonna set it to go to Chemdork Gardens, and just for funsies, yay, we can see our minecart going out to replenish that, which is in the dispenser. Oh, so by that token, I should do that. And let's go ahead and go there. Now we should not see another minecart exit, because even though we are going over these detector rails, it shouldn't do that. So let's just let that go. Unfortunately, we're gonna leave a lot of these carts just to go. And I want to see whether, now, if this worked right, we should not see any minecart transferred. So let's see. First of all, let's see if anything transferred. Nope. Which is a good sign. Yeah, okay, so perfect. That works great. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over to the pyramid base. We're going to set up the same one-way track signaling, I think, on this length of track right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do exactly the same thing over here, and except obviously in the opposite way, so that's going to be coming from here to here, and set it up to go connect to the other tesseract. Okay, so see you in a second. I'm going to go ahead and set that up. Welcome back to the minecart station for the garden base, which I think looks awesome, honestly. I think this is the best looking station out of all of them for sure. But this is, what we do here is going to be the same we're going to do to the pyramid base. So I set up the track system for the pyramid base, the signaling system, the one-way track signaling system, as we did for the garden base. So we did that already, just didn't do that on camera. There's two things we need to do here. First of all is what to do with the carts when they get here, and that is that we need to set it up so that they, let's see, okay, we'll put the rail over top of this hopper, and then make sure we set it up so that items are pulled out of that hopper and brought into a tessaract. So we need to bring it into, we'll bring it into here, a tessaract right here. There we go. Let's grab one. Here's one. And this tessaract will be set up so that it is minecart storage. So it's going to be send only to minecart storage. So we'll set the frequency, and that's all we need to do. Okay, so that one's set up so that now when a cart is received, it should go right to the minecart storage. So that's pretty cool. This is ugly, but we'll fix that in a bit. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'll set that up. Yeah. Anyway, the second thing we do is real easy. We just go back here, and we head over to... oh, we need another tessaract. Give me a second. Almost done here. And this one's really easy, too. We just take this tessaract, and we place it right up next to this dispenser. Right here. Boom. And this is going to be set to receive only, item mode. These are blank, but item mode receive only, and then this is going to be a garden MC dispenser set frequency. So that anytime we send to the garden MC dispenser, it'll send it here, which will deposit it automatically right into this dispenser. Pretty cool. So we'll do that at the pyramid base as well, and then we're done. We have successfully implemented the cart storage system and resupply system, I should say. So I'll go ahead and do that on the pyramid base, and for now I will go ahead and head to the pyramid base. So by clicking this button, essentially what this means is that as I head to the pyramid base, as I pass through that central processing, I will go over the one-way track signal, and it will send a minecart back to that that tessaract we just put down. Pretty cool. Yeah, definitely pretty cool. Actually, what I think we want to do is go to the main base. Yeah, that's actually what I want to do instead. Okay, so I'll go to the main base instead and see you there. Or actually, I'll go to the main base, pick up a few items, and then head to the pyramid base and do the same thing we did here. And then we'll wrap up this episode. So see you in a bit. Well guys, here we are. We are on our way back from the pyramid base after placing both of those tesseracts just like we did in the garden base. And coming up to the one-way track signaling now for the pyramid base, and we'll hopefully see the minecart be transferred right after it. It works perfectly. So at this point in time, it should now be sending a signal down to that AND gate. And if I hurry, I can probably see... yep, oh. I saw it, but maybe you didn't. But it sent it right here to the pyramid storage. And yeah, this makes sense. Cool. All right, guys. That is a wrap. That's this episode. We put in this thing right here, which is the minecart resupply system. And in the end, we also learned a little bit about a lopsided AND gate, which is my term for it. It's not really the technical term for it, but basically it's it's an AND gate that is a one-way, has differentiating timing from both inputs. I guess that's the way to put it. Who knows? Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next episode where we will be doing something else, and hopefully we'll be. Our woes with the energy system will be a little bit alleviated because maybe they'll be switching to redstone flux in Buildcraft. Hopefully that will happen pretty soon, and we can sort of stop this silliness that I have set up right here. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode. Take care, and have a good one. Bye-bye.